Hurricane Katrina was detrimental to multiple different states, including Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi, reaching New Orleans, coming off of the Gulf of Mexico. One of the biggest effects that came from Hurricane Katrina was the impact it had on New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina caused health concerns all throughout New Orleans because of the lack of clean water, as well as having so many buildings completely destroyed, causing everyone to be left clueless of what to do next. The damages left hundreds of thousands of homes useless and destroyed, and costed nearly $81 billion in the end, but sadly there were up to 1,464 deaths. A day after the hurricane hit, people had started to try and get shelter in the Superdome in Louisiana, while others evacuated hundreds of miles away to the Red Cross shelter that was in the Houston Astrodome. There was an estimated 30,000 people who were able to find shelter in the Superdome after the damages it had gone through, and 25,000 were able to find shelter in the convention center. The destruction caused food and drinkable water shortages, and since people were unable to keep up with sanitization needed for safety, the bacteria-filled water and increased 90-degree weather caused public health emergencies. The marine life oceanarium was also affected by this huge storm, resulting in mass destruction of their site and actually caused their dolphins to be washed to sea. They now check in on the dolphins all the time and have learned that they are doing much better than they were before the storm. Damage totals had actually increased much more than expected because many of the zones in New Orleans that got flooded weren't listed as flood zones, so the homeowners likely didn't have flood insurance. Hurricane Katrina had moved up the scale, causing panic throughout the states it was heading towards, to a Category 5 hurricane. The 174 miles per hour winds from the costliest hurricane in history lasted 9 days, August 23rd to August 31st, 2005.